Hello everybody and welcome to Rodney Grimes' CWA Championship Wrestling. On this episode here, it's action that comes from Continental Championship Wrestling. Continental was based out of Alabama, Georgia, back in the late 1980s. This footage you're fixing to see was a great upcoming superstar by the name of Doug Furnas, the Tennessee Volunteer himself, Doug Furnas, as he takes on Detroit Demolition. A lot of you may look at Detroit Demolition and say, hey, this guy right here looks familiar. Well, Detroit Demolition's been around for a long time, and he's going in the ring against Tennessee Volunteer himself, Doug Furnas. Right now, let's go to the action right there in the ring as Doug Furnas takes on Detroit Demolition.
Fall with the TV time remaining for the Tennessee Heavyweight Championship title. Introducing first from Detroit, weighing in at 298 pounds, Detroit Demolition.
The Tennessee Heavyweight Championship goes on the line. Doug Furnas with his ribs still very, very carefully wrapped. I can't help but feel that Doug Furnas has perhaps made a big mistake here on this hour of Continental Championship Wrestling in offering to defend his title. Special dispensation from Continental saying that he could defend it one fall with television time remaining. He's going up against an extremely strong man. The Bullet has joined me on one side, Downtown Bruno on the other, and I have talked to these men before the program began, and I've got assurances from both of them nothing will happen here at the desk, and that's critical. So, Bullet, how do you feel about Furnas going out there still injured?
Well, he's got a lot of intestinal fortitude, and he's a fighting champion. He's not a closet champion, Gordon. I got to say a lot for him. Those ribs are still pretty bad. He's got them taped pretty tight, but, you know, it affects your breathing, too, when you're wrestling, especially with a man like this that weighs, looks like about 320 pounds. He can't get a good deep breath, so he's taking a lot on.
He caught him with a beautiful lariat coming off the ropes. And, all right, Detroit Demolition powered away from it. Downtown Bruno has also joined me, and I'd like to get his opinion about Doug Furnas' chances.
Well, Mr. Soley, if I may respectfully disagree with the Bullet here, my esteemed colleague, I would like to say this. Doug Furnas has about as much of a chance to beat Detroit Demolition as a one-legged man in a kick fight. You know what I'm talking about? Here's a guy, for brains, he's got like a screen door in a submarine. The man is messed up. As you can see, he's all taped up. He's messed up. He's hurt. His ribs are broken. And he's trying to beat this man, a powerhouse, obviously bigger than Doug Furnas, obviously stronger, and as you can see, obviously a heck of a lot tougher and more ring-wise, obviously a veteran, which Doug Furnas certainly is not. And if Furnas thinks he has a chance to hold on to this championship, he's sadly mistaken. That's my opinion, and I think it counts for a heck of a lot, Gordon.
All right, Tennessee Championship on the line. Detroit Demolition now with a rear chin lock on the world's strongest man, Doug Furnas. He's keeping that pressure on Furnas. And although I do not agree with Downtown Bruno in its entirety in his comments, I must say, Bullet, that I am concerned over Doug. I think he was a bit headstrong in accepting this kind of a challenge.
Well, if you're not a little headstrong, Gordon, you don't get far in the wrestling profession. Everybody's got an ego for sure, and this man being the strongest man in the world, I'll have to agree with Bruno about one thing. He doesn't have the experience that the Detroit Demolition has got, but he's got more heart than any man I know. I've watched him, and you and I we watched him set a squat record right on TV, a bench press record, and he's got as much heart as anybody I know.
Fair enough, and it is Detroit Demolition, however, laying a lot of punishment into those ribs, and this is where Furnas may have outfoxed himself, if you will, and Demolition is wasting no time in really punishing the rib cage on all sides. And there's a massive bear hug.
If I may interject something here, I don't mean to take away from your commentary, but I must disagree with you, and the bullet here keeps calling Doug Furnas the world's strongest man. I think we've firmly established the fact that Lord Humongous is the world's strongest man. We proved it on nationwide TV. I think it's a slap in the Lord's face. I think it's a slap in my face that you're sitting out here calling Doug Furnas the world's strongest man. If you wish to call him the world's second strongest man, so be it. As far as being the world's strongest man, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I'm sorry, Gordon.
Well, you certainly have that right to disagree. By the same token, Doug Furnas now, beautiful standing drop kick, and he's got him tied into the ropes. He's got him tied into the ropes, and Doug Furnas has got it going his way now.
Gordon, look at the fist here. Gordon, look at the fist. I don't agree with this at all. He's using a fist. I'm gonna have to take a walk down there, I believe, and see if I can't point out to the referee that Doug Furnas is cheating in this match. That's not right. I'm gonna take a walk, brother.
All right, downtown Bruno. Furnas through the ropes as he missed Detroit Demolition.
No, I'll tell you, Detroit Demolition outsmarted him. I guess my services aren't needed, although the referee did prove that he is incompetent. He isn't the smartest guy that ever came down the pike because he stood there and let Doug Furnas repeatedly use that closed fist. This is a wrestling match, brother. This ain't a boxing match. This is a game of human chess. You make a move, your opponent makes a move. You don't clench that fist and hit a guy. This is not professional boxing. This is professional wrestling. And Doug Furnas wouldn't be good at either one of them. He'd have been laying there just like Larry Holmes, brother.
That's an interesting observation. Furnas trying to work his way back into the ring. Gamely trying to get back inside. And Detroit Demolition now, wait a minute. Looks to me like Detroit Demolition was attempting to do some biting there. And now bringing Furnas up. A backbreaker. And that's got to really be bad on those ribs again.
Yes, let me give you my opinion. This man is still, he hadn't given up. He hadn't been counted out. And the Demolition is doing a smart thing. I've got to say, he's working on the man's weakness. His ribs are bad, and he's taking advantage of that, all 320 pounds of him. But, brother, I'll miss my guess. If this man gets counted out, I'll eat your tie, Bruno.
I'll say, I'm sure he won't be counted out because the Detroit Demolition wants to make him suffer some more. He wants to get a clean pin in the middle of the ring. He wants to be the champion. As we all know, you cannot be the champion due to a count out unless there's a special stipulation in the match, which I haven't been informed there is one. So he's going to get him in that ring. He's going to pin him or he's going to make him submit, one or the other. He's not going to let him get counted out. That's the reason why, or else he would be. I guarantee most told you, brother.
Well, all right. It is Doug Furnas, the Tennessee heavyweight champion, in a lot of trouble here. Trying to get back into that ring now, and once again, Detroit Demolition right after him.
Well, Gordon, you know, a lot of men was giving up on that injury. He's giving up. He's still fighting back. He's doing the best he can. Like I said, he doesn't have the experience, but he's got the heart. And his Demolition keeps throwing him out of the ring. He knows he's having a problem bleeding with the ribs. He's worked on him. He's fought more out of the ring than he has in the ring. I don't know if he wants to beat him or not.
Interesting point, and once again, Furnas takes it on the back ribs this time. Furnas hanging on. Once again, Detroit Demolition moves into the ring. Here comes Furnas, the Tennessee heavyweight champion. But the champion has his... Oh, wait a minute. Come on now.
That's psychology. That is strategy. The man comes out there. He may as well just wear a sign that says, please, work on my ribs, kick my ribs, punch my ribs, claw at my ribs. He may as well wear a sign. That's what he may as well do, Gordon. And now Detroit Demolition is taking advantage of Doug Furnas' condition. And all you can say is the man is smart, the man is a veteran, he's ring-wise, he's intelligent. You can't fault the man for that. You can't knock the man for that. You have to give him all the credit he deserves. You have to knock Doug Furnas because Doug Furnas is a dummy who went out there with the bandages to show the world exactly what his weak point was, his Achilles heel, if you would, and that's the way it is, Gordon.
Downtown Bruno and his comments regarding the Tennessee heavyweight champion Doug Furnas, and Furnas has had that tape removed now and is, if you will, bared to the world a high vertical suplex.
Yes, baby. Wonderful.
Gordon, he's taking it to him, I got to admit that. But I haven't heard Doug Furnas say uncle or I give up, and I haven't seen his shoulders turn. Looks like he's going to try to take him out now, though, Gordon.
It does indeed. Things do not look good for the champion. He caught him.
Now, the referee obviously didn't see that low blow. I've got to take a walk and straighten this matter out.
Yeah, it was not a low blow. He brought those knees up just in the nick of time.
Gordon, that was a beautiful move. He was using his head. He made a mistake, and Doug Furnas capitalized on it. And look at him. He's fighting like a tiger right now. He will not give up.
Well, that I would certainly have to agree with. Furnas lashing out now with hard right hands. He's got Detroit Demolition in a lot of trouble here. Irish nice whip off the ropes into a high backdrop, and Detroit Demolition has been staggered. He has been badly staggered, and now Furnas smashing his head into the turnbuckle. And the Detroit Demolition is groggy. Those knees are really turning to rubber now. Furnas brings him up again. He brought up over 300 pounds. Of course, he can lift way, way over that. That was over.
Run up, Gordon, didn't he? Like he was just a sack of potatoes.
He did indeed.
Get him, Doug.
Furnas up. Tripped up. Doug Furnas tripped up. And as Demolition came down, Furnas rolled away from it, and now Furnas outside the ring after downtown Bruno. He's after downtown Bruno, and Bruno trying to beat a hasty retreat comes back into the ring. Doug Furnas has got him. Furnas is caught from behind by Detroit Demolition. And Bruno trying to get the referee over there. Hold on. The Bullet has entered the ring. The Bullet has entered the ring. And now the Bullet caught from behind by Detroit Demolition. The Bullet taking a lot of punishment. The referee has called for the bell. And the Bullet's got the sleeper. The Bullet's got the sleeper. Oh, watch out. Here comes downtown Bruno. Downtown Bruno caught from behind by Doug Furnas, the Tennessee heavyweight champion. And we've got, wait a second. There's Lord Humongous in the ring. He caught him from behind. We've got bedlam and chaos going on now, and the Dirty White Boy just hit the ring. Lord Humongous beating away. That's Doug Furnas, and it's the Dirty White Boy after the Bullet. And downtown Bruno trying to direct traffic here, if you will. The referee continues to call for the bell. And, all right, I'll tell you what. We've got to get some order restored. We've got to get order restored. And hold on. Here comes the Nightmare Danny Davis. The Nightmare Danny Davis is in the ring. We'll be back. We'll be back in just a moment.